When we are training, we are not training our body, we are training our brain. You need to learn how to suffer.
Croatian freediver
Budimir Šobat
managed to break the record for holding his breath underwater
24 minutes, nearly a half hour.
It's not about winning. It's not a thing about winning. It's about, you know, in freediving, it's kind of weird. I will tell you why. I started when I was 46, really late for any kind of sport. But this is just proof what I'm telling to other freedivers. I'm not talented. I'm not talented at all. I'm just stubborn. That's a huge difference. Maybe I was talented for some other sports, but for freediving, not. I'm not sure that I would make that kind of success 10 years ago or 20 years ago when I was 30, when I was 35, because you need to be calm. You need to learn how to suffer. That's very important, because sometimes it's painful and sometimes it's frustrating that you can try as much as you can, but your results, it's not going to be higher. At the beginning, I was thinking, I can do more, I can do more, I can do more. No, you can do how your brain
allows.
Exactly. In the freediving world, I'm kind of famous that I had lots of blackouts. The point is to get a white card. And if you're pushing yourself over the limit, you will always be in a blackout and you always get a red card and you will become a silly in the eyes of other freedivers.
So tell me what happens then if you black out? Your team helps you.
First of all, if you are in a pool, that's not a problem because there is always safety guys around you and you are on the surface. So it's not a problem for any person to get you out, give you some...
But how do they know? How do they know that you black out?
Because you are not moving.
But you are not moving anyway, right?
In a static, every 15 seconds after some time, let's say my best result is 10 minutes and 17 seconds, you have to show the sign every 15 seconds. And your body is touching you on your shoulders and you have to show him a sign.
What is the sign?
Sign is just like this.
Okay.
Just like this, not big movement because you are using oxygen. So when you're laying down, it's like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the sign.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, at the end of your performance, you have to do the protocol, which is show him this and say, I'm okay. You have to say that. But like I said, I realized that I'm struggling with the results. And when I found out, okay, now I have a vision that I am in a tunnel. When I can't see the end of the tunnel, I have to go out. And from that moment, it was 5 years ago, I barely had any kind of blackouts. It's a moment when you have to realize that you have to finish your performance. When we are training, we are not training our body, we are training our brain. That's very important. We are not training body, we are training our brain. So my brain is working like that. Last 15 seconds, I have already prepared my finger under the water like this, and I know, no matter what, when I get out, I have to do this. And even if I'm in huge problem, like a samba or huge hypoxia, I will say, I'm okay. And then I will start to shake. If I don't do that at the beginning, I will forget at the end. Definitely, because you have 20 seconds or 30 seconds of time for your protocol. After that, it's not allowed to say because you already get a red card. So from the moment when you enter the surface like this, you have 30 seconds to show them the sign. And after that, it's just a reflex. It's just it's like a chicken. When you cut the head of the chicken, she will still run for 2 or 3 meters. I am doing the same thing. I'm out of control, but I'm still doing this. I'm okay. And then I'm trying to... Otherwise, if I do this at the beginning, I will completely forget. Not just me, any freediver, because you are in a huge hypoxia. 2 days ago, the one of the best freedivers in the world, Andrea Zuccari, he passed away during his freediving coaching or whatsoever. Those things happened. Yeah, we decided to do this kind of sport. There are some other guys that I know very well, and they didn't make it. Yeah, it's that kind of sport.
This is Herman.
What motivates you to do this?
Okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. May I?
Yes, please.
My biggest motivation is my daughter Sasha. It's very simple. She's autistic, and I have to do huge steps, and in a sense that the better I am, I have more opportunity to be your guests on national TV, the newspapers, and I can talk about autism awareness. And that's the whole plan, mine. And the younger guys they are definitely better athletes than I am. But definitely, they are stronger, they're younger, their recovery time is much faster than mine. I need more recovery time. But they can't cope with me because my motivation will be always bigger than theirs. So it's not about winning. It's not a thing about winning. It's about dancing. It's about dancing. I'm trying to dance better than they are. Because the better dancer you are, you will have a better results. So I'm trying to find the best way with the training, with my philosophy, with my psychologically, I'm trying to make what I can do in this moment, which will allow me to stand in front of people because they can't talk. I'm their voice. And if I don't do that, who will? So I have to be very careful how I spending my time. I have responsibility not only for my daughter, I have a responsibility for other kids. When I did my Guinness record 2 years ago, I dedicated to all the kids with the special needs. It's not just autistic kids. It's kids with the cerebral paralyzed, with the kids with Down syndrome, with the kids with mental retardation. They are all in a problem. In any kind of society, even in a very rich countries, they have a problem. Why? Because the environment of the people are not aware of the problems what those kids they have, and the parents as well. So we are living in a kind of, some plastic ball, and we can go out, but just for a second, and then we are still stuck in it. So what I'm trying to say, all those kids, they are not evil. Don't be afraid of them. Don't be afraid of approach them. If they scream, they are not evil. They have a need at that moment to scream. Like you have a need to do this. For them, it's screaming the same thing. This for you, the stretching. So scratching. So this is what I'm trying to say. It's not a big deal. I'm not asking for money. No. I'm asking for compassion, for understanding, for let's open our heart for those kids and people which are not belong to this world. They are not belong here. Probably there is some kind of planet somewhere where they will live happy, but until then, we have to help them to survive this cruel world, our world, which we make it. Sasha, when she was young, the whole thing about them, empathy and feelings, are kind of bit different. So for her, she feel more comfortable when I'm doing up than this way.
Can you tell?
Yeah, it's amazing because, you know, for them, when she grabs you hard and very strong, it doesn't mean that she wants to hurt you. She need the same kind of grip that you are doing to her, because for her, like this, it means nothing. She can't feel it. It's too soft. But this, oh, she will be happy because she's feeling. That's why when they are sleeping, I'm saying about autistic kids, they need to put their arms or the legs on the wall, or they press you because they don't know where they are ending. This is very, so you are moving from her in a bed and you are thinking, you know, it's not comfortable. You know, be honest, it's not comfortable that somebody is always pushing you with the legs. And then I realized, no, she needs to be tuck, 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 tuck in a box. It's like a heavy blanket. They invented the heavy blanket, like because they need the power on themselves. So we bought that blanket. The blanket is, I think, something 9 or 10 kilos, and she's happy under that blanket. Not every night, but some nights because she needs a huge hug and strong hug.
What is your mental state in the middle of the extreme breath hold? For example, after 10 minutes or when you are 15 minutes in, what happens in your mind?
At the beginning of my career, I was thinking about lots of things. About my daughter, how I will raise money for her. Are we going to have a walk this afternoon, or what we are going to do tomorrow? What is her future, and things like that. And but then I realized it makes me not nervous, but anxious. So I decided to switch the subject on something else, like a sport, like movies, like music. Then I realized again, I'm overthinking. And then I realized, okay, now it's time to change everything. Now I'm trying to think, not to think. That's my motto. So completely emptiness. Is it to yoga? I don't know, because I never studied yoga, but the guy who is expert in that, he said, Buda, you just found your yoga, your way of how you will, because I really have empty minds. Of course, first couple of minutes, you have to figure out, is this a good position for you if we are talking about the static? Okay, now calm down. Do you feel fingers? Okay, because if you can't feel your fingers, it means that you do too much of hyperventilation, which is good at the beginning because you don't feel CO2 at all, because the level of CO2 is very low because you did hyperventilation. But later on, it will go very high and very fast. So you have to find out the perfect combination of hyperventilation and normal breathing, shallow breathing. And then, okay, I can feel it. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. I did the proper. Because we are talking about 1 or 2 breaths more than on the last session. So it's very tricky. It's not like I will do 5 times and that will, no, it has to be the same amount of air, the same time, and with the same strength. Because if you are doing a little bit, if you are if you are trying to be better than you are on a training, you will fail. Don't do it. You have to do exactly what you are doing on a training. This is my motto. I will explain you how my training looks like. So if I come to the pool, I will dress myself. My coach learned a lot about me. The only question he has to ask me, and I will be happy. And then you can do with me whatever you want. He always asks me, how's Sasha? Sasha is the name of my daughter. And that question makes me, okay. even if I know that this is just a question. It's not that we will talk about it, but it means to me that my coach thinking about my biggest problem. So in that case, he's opening door for me. And I will always say, no matter what, if she had an epilepsy, because autistic kids very, very often connected with their state, with the epileptic state. So some of them, they have a bigger or smaller. In a Sasha's case, it's petite. But still, as a parent, you don't like to see those kind of things. But you know, when you see her eyes, it's going like this. When you see a spasm, it means that you will be definitely like you saw on a traffic some very huge accident. And you know, 15 minutes later, your legs, it's starting to move during your driving. And then you realize, oh my God, what's happening down there? It's the same thing with when you are a parent with the kids like that. So his question is opening my mental state for the training. And then I just pop in a pool and he said, Buda, now you have 3 minutes of rest and we will start with the training. So I'm doing the same thing at the competition. He's asking me just one question. Buda, how is Sasha? My mind is open at that moment. I'm ready for the training because somebody's scared. My coach is scared about me, about my daughter's condition. It's just a question, but it's like a prayer for me. When he do that, everything is perfect. And what I'm trying to say, and I jumped into the pool in that case, and he said, Buda, are you ready? And I said, yeah, I'm ready. 3 minutes shallow breathing, and we will start with the training. On a competition, what I'm doing, I'm trying to do the same. I'm sitting on my bench and I'm waiting for my turn. And I can see the rest of the guys, they are all laying on the floor. And they are doing some kind of yoga, voodoo things and things like that. And I'm looking, oh my God, are you doing that to training? No. Why are you doing it now? It's a huge difference. They always ask me, you are walking around? Yes, because I'm doing that on training. I did it on my way to the competition in my car. I already calm myself down. I don't need to lay down on a, you know, there is a organizer, he came to me, Buda, I will make a space for you, you can lay down, you know. And I said, no, I don't want to lay down because I'm never doing that. Yeah, it's my way of trying to stay at the same level which I'm doing during the training. Yeah, I was trying to copy them at the beginning, so I was laying down. My back is hurting me. Come on, it's not comfortable for me. I never. So I took the bench and I'm sitting.
I think it's very important in sport. If you really want to be at the top, you really need to be aware what's good for you,
Exactly.
what works for you.
Sometimes I'm wearing my earphones. And I'm pretending that I'm listening music, but I'm not listening music. And nobody wants to talk to you because they're thinking, no, because...
Just excuse.
Yeah. But during my performance, I'm listening to music. Yeah, it's allowed, and I'm listening to music. And but the volume is so low that my heartbeat actually is louder than the music. Which I want. I'm trying just to hear my heartbeat. When I hear my heartbeat, I'm in perfect condition until the last phase, because static freediving has a 3-part of phase. First phase is when you're trying to figure out how good you are at the moment. Then it's a second phase, which is good phase. You don't feel a thing, you feel comfortable, you think it will last forever. But it's not like that, because the level of oxygen is going down, the level of CO2 is going up. And then the third phase, which is the most important phase, it's a struggling phase. You have to fight with yourself and with the blackouts, not to get into blackout, and try to beat yourself, because in a static, it's very mental. You can stop anytime you want. You just have to raise your head up and the pain is gone. And it's very demanding to stay under the water, force yourself to be beaten by a lack of oxygen. It's same thing like, so I'm going into the ring or MMA, you know, and this guy is much better. but I have to stay with him 3 rounds. I can go out after 15 seconds, but okay, I will try to be inside for 1 minute. Okay, he beat me a lot. He beat me like never before. So I said, okay, maybe I can stay a little bit longer. Maybe I can stay a little bit longer. Okay, now it's going to be a second round. Let's try one more. Let's try one more. It's the same thing with freediving.
What kind of pain you have? How does it feel? The lack of
Well, it's
oxygen?
not the pain that you think that you can compare it with when you cut yourself or when somebody's hitting you in the head, but it's like your body is feeling the pain, the complete body, and you feel very, very uncomfortable. The contractions that you have during the static or any kind of free diving, it's like your diaphragm is going up and down, and it hurts. And all of that starting to be very annoying, and you have to stay calm and tell to yourself, I've been here so many times. Just let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go, and then you are on a good way. Hello, Patricia. I'm Buda, and I have a question for you. Please help me and other viewers how to choose which one is good for us, which one spiritual and coach like you are, how to pick up the right one.